Hi guys, so today we are going to be doing a 15-minute arms and abs workout. So I'm going to do this all alongside you. I'm going to try to get it all done in one take, which I don't usually do. I usually kind of edit things later, but I'm going to try to get this done completely alongside you in real time. It is 15 minutes, so 45 seconds on and 15-second rest between each exercise, and you only do each exercise once. If you're new here, I would really appreciate it if you could like this video and let me know if you enjoyed it, as well as pressing subscribe if you want to be notified of more videos like this. And with all that said, let's get straight into the video. So we're going to start just on our knees, and I'm just going to quickly put my timer on and then the countdown will begin. Firstly, we're starting with arm circles and go. So just going one way for about 20 circles. This is just to really warm up your shoulder joints and just get your arms kind of working as initial warm up. All right, other way. This is just an easy one to get you started. To get the blood flowing and everything starting to warm up. Okay, 15-second break, and then we're going into plank walkout. So what we're doing is just walking out until we get to a plank and then back up. Okay, let's go.
So with this exercise, we are warming up our arms as well as our core. So you want to try and really activate your core, keep your core really stable throughout this movement, and get down to a nice plank position where you have a nice straight line from your head to your toes, and then back up.
That's that one. Now we're going into bench dips. So if you don't have a bench, you could just use a chair, or you can either do it on the mat, but I'm going to do the bench today.
So with bench dips, the further your feet are away from the bench, the more difficult it's going to be. So if you find this really challenging, bend your knees and bring your feet closer towards the bench, because then you're putting more of your weight into your legs rather than into your arms, so it's a bit easier. Otherwise, if you're up for the challenge, just continue doing it as I'm showing here.
I've already done a round of this before, so I'm dying. Okay, now on to push-ups. You can use a towel under your knees if your knees get sore.
So because I'd already done a round of this before, my arms were dying doing these push-ups, so I inserted on top of the footage what I did in my first set, so you can see more what a push-up should look like, because I was failing in this second round. Also, I just want to mention, if you find push-ups on your knee too difficult, you can also do them against a wall, so it just decreases the load that you're putting on your arms. So it's a great starting point for push-ups. Basically, you can start with against the wall and then progress to on your knees, and then finally progress to on your toes. I can do on my toe push-ups, but only a few, and I definitely couldn't sustain it for 45 seconds. So do the progression that is right for you.
Now we're going on to chest press. So you could do this lying on the floor, but as I do have a bench, I'm going to use it.
So for my chest press today, I'm using 10 kilogram dumbbells. But if you do this at the gym, you can use a barbell or you can use whatever weights suits you. I would suggest going lighter first, a lot lighter, maybe starting around 4 kilograms and seeing if that's super easy. You could just progress the weights. You don't want to start too heavy because you might injure yourself. But yes, you just want to push up, and if you want to make it harder, don't fully lock out your elbows at the top, just keep them slightly bent and keep moving, and don't take a break up the top. You can see I'm taking a little bit of a break. As I've said before, this is my second round of this workout and it is pretty tough, so that's why I was taking a bit of a break.
Alright, now we're going into single arm row. So I'm using a 12 kilogram kettlebell here. You can really use whatever weight. You can do it standing like this or bent over like I'm going to do now.
So with this exercise, you want to make sure you're really squeezing your shoulder blades together as you pull up. So you really want to be activating your back muscles here.
To the other side. Okay. Whew. Now we're doing bicep curls. So I have 5 kilogram weights here. I'm going to do them seated.
So with this exercise, you want to make sure your elbows are staying in the same position the whole time. You don't want them to be moving around because that could cause you to injure something or to use muscles that we're not trying to target here. We are trying to target your biceps, which are your upper arms. So make sure you are engaging those muscles as you lift up and you slowly lower that back down.
Past halfway.
So what I like to do with all strength exercises is breathe out when you're doing the most difficult phase of the exercise.
10 seconds.
Also known as the concentric phase. So the phase where you're really using all your muscles, you want to breathe out and then breathe in as you relax back to the starting position.
Okay. Next is overhead press. So stay seated here, use the same weights. We're just doing overhead press. Whew. Okay.
So with this exercise, you want to exhale as you press up and then inhale as you lower back down. And you only want to lower back down until the tops of your arms are about parallel to the ground, and then you press back up again. Concentrate on really keeping your core stable throughout this whole exercise so that you're also utilizing your core muscles whilst you're working your shoulders and your arms.
Okay, good job. Now we're doing around the world. So just stay seated here. You just use one dumbbell. Using a 5 kilogram here. And we are just going around the world. You could do this standing or sitting cross-legged as well. But I'm just going to stay here. So as well as working your shoulders, this works your abs to make you stay straight and aligned.
So as you can see there, I almost kind of dropped the weight. So be careful you don't do that. It's never actually happened to me before filming this, but you can also use a weight plate here if you have that instead of a dumbbell, which is a bit easier to swing around.
Now, what are we doing? doing lying overhead lat pull down. So you want to lie down.
So with this movement, we are trying to mimic what you would do using a lat pull down machine or a cable machine. So obviously being at home, I don't have a cable machine. Most people don't have it in their home gym. So we're just doing this by lying down on our stomachs, lifting your chest up and your head, and then you pull your arms down like you would in a lat pull down movement. You really want to think about squeezing your shoulder blades together, almost like you're trying to hold up a pencil in between your shoulder blades when you squeeze down. You also want to make sure you're not tightening up your neck too much. So try and keep a nice straight line with your neck and your spine and look down or slightly forward.
What's next? All right, we're going to do Russian twist. I'm using a 3 kilogram weight here.
So if you don't have any weights, you can still definitely do this exercise. And if you have a weight but you're finding it too difficult, you could always put your feet on the ground to stabilize yourself a bit more. But having your legs raised really forces you to switch on those core muscles and really engage them. So I highly recommend lifting your legs up if you can. And as you are moving from side to side, you're actually also training your obliques, which are the side part of your abdominals. So it's a really great exercise to target them too.
Okay, 15-second break and then into figure eights. So, deep breaths. So you're just passing it through your legs. If you don't have a weight, you could just do this. But we've got a weight, so we're doing figure eight. Okay, now we're doing the hardest exercise, I feel, which is crunches, but they're sliding crunches. So you need surface like this, wearing socks, and you bring your legs in, push them out.
Okay, so with this exercise, ideally you wouldn't stop moving your feet when you get to the top, like I do a couple of times.
If you need a break, take a couple of second break, and straight back into it.
You want to keep moving the whole time so that you're engaging your abs and working your abs the whole time. Obviously, if you find this too difficult, take extra breaks like I did in this round. I had already done this in my previous round before, so I was pretty dead. But you know, if you have the stamina, try to keep going the whole time and try to keep moving your legs the whole time so you don't stop at the start or at the end of the movement. That would be the ideal way to do this exercise.
So guys, that is not easy. Okay, now quickly grab your mat back and we're doing side planks.
So with the side plank, we're going to start with 20 seconds on one side and then switch over and do another 20 seconds on the other side.
Also go like this on your knees if it's too hard for you, up on your toes, or if you prefer to go up onto your wrists. Alright, so now you just want to stretch out a bit. Do this one for a bit, hold your shoulder, push your shoulder down so you really feel it along your shoulder muscle and your arm. Try deepening your breaths here. We want to cool down on the other side. Over. Now just do some neck stretches. Alright, so that's all I have for this video. I hope you enjoyed this workout. Honestly, it is super good, super intense. I am definitely feeling it right now, and I hope you are too. If you are not, do this again. I actually had done the circuit once around before because I wanted to make sure it was good. So I am pretty puffed out by now. If you are not, definitely do the circuit one more time. Then that will be a half an hour workout, which is a really great amount of time to work out. So yeah, let me know how you go with this workout. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up and let me know down below what's your favorite exercise. And yeah, I hope you have the best day. I will see you in my next video. Bye.